This is regarding the short film In the Shadow. Wow, I thought this was really unique. A unique plot, as well as just a really unique way of presenting it. I thought the blending of the old movies with new footage, at least I think there was some new footage in there. It was really well done. I really liked the style of this. And the narration, the narrator was amazing, just really good, kept me really intrigued the whole time. Great script. It was a little fast paced for me at times, but it also was a good pace, I guess, because I was just trying to really figure out what everything meant. But to me, they summed it up at the end where being afraid of your own shadow has a whole new meaning. I also took it as kind of like blaming things on your shadow, like when we blame things on the devil. And, if you get a new shadow, you can get a new personality or just start over kind of thing. I just thought it was a really cool concept all the way around. Very creative, very creative. Never seen anything like that. Liked the sequence of scenes a lot. I thought it was very well done, very well put together all the way around. So good job to everybody and good luck to you guys.
Yo, I really rock with Don's Lorb. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I really rocked with that, yo. As like a, I don't know, it's like a somewhat of like a film history, like a person who's like interested in film history. I really was rocking with the way that this was done, the idea of like splicing lots of different movies together and using the power of editing to tell a story. So good. It was very impressive off the vibes of like, because I was looking and I was like, I caught some of the movies in there, like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Metropolis, some Alfred Hitchcock movies, Coen Brothers movies, all of that. Like that idea of using all these different movies and then putting them together to tell its own story. Excellent. And I like it specifically because it's like it's using movies to show the power of movies. You know what I'm saying? Because editing, like I think film as an art form is unique from all the other art forms because we have editing as opposed to like theater or any other art form. We can do things like this and like I don't know. I really just rocked with it, man. Great job, excellent job. 10 out of 10.
In the Shadow, this one was really intense. I feel like I was kind of, it felt like a thriller. It felt like I was kind of on the edge of my seat the whole time. Um, the narration, I loved the voice of the narrator, but the the narrative it was dark and it was creepy and it was unsettling. It was very unsettling, and I thought that the visuals were super interesting to watch. Um, and it was all black and white, like film noir style. It was just, it had a clear feeling, it had a clear um, tone to the piece, and I felt it right away, and it kept it right to the end, and it definitely captured my attention. I thought that the writing was absolutely beautiful, and I think that the visuals really lent themselves to it perfectly to capture that whole vibe. Yeah, I really enjoyed this. Um, Really high quality, beautiful poetry, art, writing, all of it. Lovely job.
So I just got done watching In the Shadows. Um, I thought this piece was fantastic. It's very distinct and extremely clever and creative. Um, it seems to be comprised of a mixture of old film clips and some new footage, but possibly it's all old clips. I really couldn't tell, whether it was a mixture or not. I thought it all blended together seamlessly. I love the noir aspect of the film. I love how it plays with genre. I also love the premise of the film, the point of view of a shadow. It's just extremely creative. And the way it tells the story visually through the clips and through the voiceover is very well done. I could really feel a love of cinema coming through from this film, which I personally really appreciated. And yeah, I had a great time watching it.
Hi, these are my comments on In the Shadows. I really enjoyed this short film. I think it's a really strong concept for a feature length, and I think that they have all the elements of what's a really new age take on a thriller about self versus self, or man versus man. Um, from the very beginning, you can tell that they're spliced together of different and various short films, and the editing is so clean and so well done. It's really hard to recognize what comes from where. It all feels like the same narrative, and you really do sense and feel for the protagonist, which is like really a feat, being that it is like an inanimate, not even an object, but like a like a reflection of light, essentially. And I really appreciated a lot of the action sequences and how well put together and well thought out they were, and like the struggle, which really felt really embodied by these various clips that were pressed together, like the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. All these things really work together to create its own narrative. I thought that was very smart and very well done. I think that the voiceover work was really impeccable. I think that the tenor and the pacing, all of those things felt very in line with the genre, and it is definitely a new take, a new creative take on this sort of thriller film. So I think it was a very successful short, and I would love to see the full and feature-length version.
So this is my In the Shadow commentary. I really enjoyed the short. I think it was, first of all, very well narrated throughout. I think the narrator really took us through the entire process very well, and it was very captivating throughout, and sort of very poetic, the way it was told. I think it was, it just took us through very smoothly, and kept us captivated throughout. So I really enjoyed the narration. I think the story too was captivating. The sort of secret double agent lifestyle that the character had. I really enjoyed that you never saw the characters, which was interesting. The use of shadows and dark, which was cool because it was the way it was introduced in the beginning. It just gave us an introduction of who this sort of character is, that he's always in the shadows. Yeah, but I liked that you never got to see them. You never got to see him. You never got to see sort of the implied nature of the occupation. It was always sort of like in like slight images, if that makes sense. It was never directly in your face, which I enjoyed. I think it was a really good choice. The sort of black and white also adds to the themes and the narration, or the narrative rather, throughout. So I really enjoyed that. I guess I enjoyed the abstract nature of it as well. It really allows your mind to sort of explore and come up with your own sort of imaginations, if you will.
So this was a fun movie. I really liked this concept. I liked that they, the way they found all this footage and were able to string it together to give it a sense of story and motion there. And, I like the voiceover. And the whole concept was really cool. And as one who loves film noir, I particularly enjoyed it, and what's the most important thing in film noir? It's the shadow. So why not make the shadow the lead character, the narrator, the speaker? So that was a really cool idea. I like the whole idea about, how he's attached to somebody who was a bad person, but now he's wearerless, and yeah, all these ideas. It was fun. It was cool. Good editing, good use of the footage, and a nice way to create a story around it. So great work with this. It was, like I said, it was a lot of fun, and I hope it does well for you and gets out there and gets seen.